Greetings and welcome to Austin, Texas Gardening. Today is the cold early morning of Thursday, December the 22nd, and I'm back in my backyard again because we are covering some of the things in my raised bed with tarps and specifically in this case comforters as we prepare for the big storm. So here in Austin, Texas, and really all over the country, as y'all are probably aware, I just wanted to make a short video addressing the huge cold front that is coming through. Today on Thursday, we are expecting the temperature to get as high as about the mid 50s, upper 60s, or rather upper 50s, almost 60s this afternoon. And then about noon, there's going to be a ton of wind coming through as the temperature starts to drop. And by night, by sundown rather, the temperature should be below freezing. And then at night, we're going to see temperatures all the way in the teens. I know that us Texans tend to have a little bit of PTSD from temperatures that are this cold. And obviously not all of our plants can survive in temperatures this cold. So I've taken the liberty of removing some of the string lights from my fence, as you can see here, and filling my bed with them. And I'm placing these comforters on top of them because I think it's going to help some of my plants out in here. Obviously, the onions and the eggplant might not make it because teen temperatures, and especially this raised bed not having the added ground warmth of plants that are planted in ground because the surface area is greater because it's raised. The roots in this raised bed are probably going to get tortured more than some of the other plants. So I figured we'd lay out this blanket and just see how it does. Once again, this is just a short video, and I'm not planning on including results in this video. I might make an update video afterwards showing, if this was effective at keeping any of my plants alive. But the main reason I'm doing this is, if you lift up this blanket here, some of the stuff under here, strawberries and blackberries, I wouldn't quite call it delicate, but it would benefit from this tarp, and especially, let me just pull this back a little bit, this comforter, especially these radish seeds, which I planted about maybe 40 days ago. When the last freeze came through recently, I saw some of the seedlings were damaged. For example, these right there are just a little damaged, and they're bouncing back, and that's awesome. But with this freeze that's coming through, I'm expecting it might kill every last one of them just because of how cold it is, and also because the radishes are in a raised bed where they're just overly exposed to the cold because they're not planted in ground. In years past, I've covered trees and other things with bubble wrap and burlap, but we're not going to do all of that this year. I am really just putting these 2 tarps down for my carrots, radishes, and a couple of the other things. I'm fully expecting the tomatoes to just die, and so we'll see a before and after in the days to come, as it'll be below freezing until almost Christmas Eve, and even Christmas Day at night. There'll be some pretty crazy freezing temperatures, so stay warm. The typical things apply. Fill up your bathtub with water. I seriously doubt this will be as intense as the winter storm that we got in 2021, but it's always good to be prepared. And for your plants, you still have an opportunity to bring some things inside if you can think of a tree or bush that might benefit from being wrapped, or if you can think of a plant you want to bring inside when you get home from work. Sundown will be curtain call. If you're watching this video on the 23rd, I'm sorry, your plants are dead. As you may be aware, I placed some of my tropical plants in the garage. For this, I wouldn't even try to cover them. And for example, some of the fruit trees in my backyard orchard here, like if I turn around this fig tree and the Granny Smith apple tree, especially trees that are mounded up, this is actually a good example to explain what I was referring to in the raised bed. The fig tree on the right is planted pretty much 3 inches above ground level, and the Granny Smith apple tree on the left is kind of bermed up, maybe about a foot above ground level. Because of the way that the Granny Smith apple tree is bermed up, its roots are overexposed to cold. And so this big frost might wind up killing some of the plants in my backyard. Despite that happening, I seriously doubt it's going to knock out power to the entire state, but it's always good to be prepared. So probably sometime after this video this afternoon, I'll be spinning up my generator, but I just wanted to do a real short video showing how I'm using string lights and these cheap, like $15 comforters to keep some of my plants warm. So we'll see if it works. But once again, thank you for watching this short video, and good luck with the big cold front and all your gardening stuff that's going on this winter. Thanks again for watching Austin, Texas Gardening.